What's up guys, it's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you've all been having a lovely Christmas and spending some quality time with family and friends. And on this Boxing Day we have a brand new costume portal that's just opened up. So we've got a few new heroes in here, and of course we are going to have a look at them, give them a breakdown, see whether they are worth dropping your costume keys or your gems in this portal for. So we have 4 new heroes that have dropped into the portal, one of whom is just super duper exciting. In fact, they're all pretty exciting. So let's go ahead and we'll start with the featured heroes today. So the first featured hero that we've got in this portal is Leonidas. So Leonidas finally has a second costume. Initially, Leonidas was probably one of the worst heroes in the game. But after that costume came out, he's probably become one of the best. So just his, evolvement or development has been amazing. Initial costume was just horrible. There was a mana reduction, but he was just a sniper at average speed, and he got old super fast. And then he became a amazing Titan hero where he had the 390 damage to the target and minor to nearby, and then he dropped that minus 54% defense against Holy for 4 turns, which just made everyone go insane, and he has stuck around for a good long while now. So let's see what they've done with his tertiary costume. So we've got Leonidas with now a flaming blade and a sort of elemental shield that he's got now. So yeah, I think it's a bit interesting because he's got no armor, nothing at all, and he's, I don't know, he's like a page or a mage or something like that now. So interesting art for this new costume for Leonidas. I'm not sure what he is or what he's getting at. Definitely not from Sparta anymore, I don't think. So we have, I'm just going to switch off the limit break stats. So he's of the ranger class in this costume form. Good class if you're doing damage because it gives you a chance to bypass. So really good if we do deal some damage, which I hope we do. He is of the classic family, so obviously they get a bonus for 2, 3, 4, or 5 heroes in the classic family, and then you get the secondary costume bonus, which only switches on if you switch the limit break option on, where you get up to 15% attack, 15 defense, 20 health, and 5 mana. So that secondary costume bonus is amazingly useful, and these heroes can become super duper powerful. I mean, you can see with that just clicked on, he's already at over 1,000 team power. So yeah, definitely super survivable, and their stats do match up to a lot of the brand new heroes. So yeah, definitely usable. So in terms of his stats, now I'm gonna have to switch this limit break thing on because it just won't make any sense otherwise. But these stats, these are what you can expect to get up to with full limit breaks and emblems. So we've got 991 attack, 999 defense, and 1717 health. If you'd have seen stats like this on a hero even 9-12 months ago, you would have just laughed because that is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, great attack, defense, and health stats. And we're not going to look at it, like I said before, with that, because that just gives you an absolutely skewed picture of where these heroes are at the moment once you level them up. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So we've got his special, which is at average speed still, and it is Spartan Slash, so still from Sparta. And at average speed, the new Leonidas is dealing 240% damage to all enemies. Okay, so he's gone from hitting 1 to 3 to all. He reduces mana of all enemies by 10%, and all enemies get minus 34% defense for 3 turns. We like the minus defense down. Not going to argue with that on any hero. And against dark characters, this status effect becomes uncleansable and lasts 2 turns longer. Sweet. So if we're bringing him up against a purple tank, we are going to be in Clover Country, because he is just going to strike straight away, and then the defense down is going to last for basically 5 turns there against the tank, and 3 turns for everyone else. Do I prefer the defense down over the elemental defense down? Well, it depends on what kind of situation you're using him in. I think for offensive or offensive play, just in general raids and PvP wars, I probably would prefer this version, just because he cuts the mana by 10% and then plops a defense down ailment on everyone. Sorry guys. But with fighting against Titans, maybe some other areas where you do really want that defense down against Holy, then the first costume would be super useful as well. So all in all, I do think that Leonidas costume definitely has a place in the game. I think that he's quite versatile with that damage to everyone and defense down as well. He is running at average speed, so maybe if you compare him to somebody like, I was thinking of Morale. Obviously he's running at fast, similar sort of defense down, but he doesn't reduce the mana. So the fact that he's running at average speed and the amount of different things that he's got going on in his special actually fit this character super well. So I'm going to take my hat off to Small Giant on Leonidas' secondary costume, because I think this one is absolutely perfect. Couldn't have done a better job. So well done, guys. So we've got a couple more heroes in this portal. In fact, we've got another 3 to go. So let's go ahead and look at Blue Joon. So we've had Blue Thor. We've now got Blue Joon. What is going on with these blue heroes? Man, they just love blue. Alright, Joon. So he's still got obviously the same bonuses, the costume bonus, the family bonus, which we won't go over again. He looks exactly the same. Nothing's changed. He's standing in the same pose. He's literally just changing slightly every time, different colors, and obviously we've now turned him blue. So yeah, still got the, well, he had a change on the necklace in the one, but now he's gone back to the balls. Right. So stats wise, with limit breaks, we've got 1,000 attack, 1,008 attack, 829 defense, so gonna be a bit squishy on the defense, and 1919 on the health. Wow, Jesus, that's a big health stat. Okay, so yeah, high attack and super survivable as well. Now we've got Stellar Beam as his special, which is running at fast speed, and he's dealing 260% damage to the target and nearby. So he's gone from being a sniper to a target and nearby. The target and nearby enemies receive 228 burn damage over 3 turns. Bear in mind this is with the limit breaks. Before it would be 171. And the target and nearby enemies get minus 35% accuracy for 3 turns. Right. What do we think of this? Interesting one, to be fair, because I do like the fact that he's hitting target and nearby. Obviously, I love the fact that his stats have gone up. Not a huge fan of him being of the barbarian class, but the main draw for me for Joon was, I think that the original version gets, yeah, there it is. So the minus 40% accuracy for 6 turns is so annoying. If you don't have a cleanse and he fires off, 6 turns feels like an eternity. And that 468% damage hit, even though it is just to a single target, it's a nice hard hit with that high attack stat that he has. You know, even with the costume, I wasn't so much of a fan of the initial costume, except for the changing class and obviously the boost in the stats. But that minus 35% for 4 turns wasn't as good as the original, where it was minus 40% for 6 turns. So I'm still a huge fan of Joon's original version. I might be one of the very few people who would have that sort of opinion. But I think that what we've got going on here is a little bit of a mess. If I'm honest, I think we've got, yeah, target and nearby at fast speed, 260%. Obviously, we've got lots of heroes that can do that kind of damage. Target and nearby, 228 burn damage, can be cleansed. Minus 35% for 3 turns. You're just going to shrug that off within 3 turns. So if I got this costume, would I level it? Absolutely yes, in a heartbeat. But I'd probably end up using the original version of Joon. For myself, what I like to do is obviously just give somebody a defense down and then let Joon finish the job. He's a finisher for me. And with this new costume, I don't think that he is. So yeah, that's my opinions. Whether you like it or not, that's what I've got to say on Joon. So yeah, good luck. If you did pull him, obviously go ahead and level him, but I wouldn't sort of use that version as he is over there. Now, if I can find it, we have got another hero in here. There he is. Sorry guys. It's our good old friend Quintus. Man, this guy has been through the ringer and he is back, and he has some like real interesting costume. I mean, he looks like he's just been through Back to the Future. He's like a court jester now. He is got some like love sunshades on and the elemental shield barrier as well. He also looks to be missing a hand again, which is obviously just, yeah, what we've come to expect from him. And he's got another love heart on his belt as well. So interesting with the art. But this hero is one that has been talked about. He has been absolutely, if you didn't know, he's been nerfed almost to oblivion from what he was released like in beta. And I think that's probably for the best. So now with Quintus, we have him as being in the Druid class. Same classic family bonus and same costume bonus, so we won't go over that. In terms of the stats, we are looking at, with limit breaks and emblems, 993 attack, 834 defense, and 1976 health. So comparatively, going to be very similar to the other two costumes. His special is Lightning Ultimatum, and it is at slow speed, but at slow speed, he's dealing 300% damage to the target and nearby. Okay, it's a pretty average sort of hit. We can handle that. The target and nearby enemies automatically cast Mindless attack on a random ally when mana's full at the start of a turn during 4 turns. Brilliant. Okay, why is this significant, this Mindless attack? I'll tell you why. This is the first time that we've ever seen Mindless attack where you can target 3 heroes, specific heroes on the opposing team, with your Mindless attack. Yep, with Kuleva you can target one and it jumps to another. With Alfrike you can target one hero and the dark cubes just go all over the place. With this one you can actually pick 3 enemies that you want to get Mindless attack and it will stick on them. And it will stick for 4 turns, which is a pretty long time to have Mindless attack. Initially upon release it was on all heroes, but I'm glad that they've just sort of watered it down a little bit to 3, because I think as is, he is still going to be one of the more sought after heroes, and I think he's going to be one of the most frustrating heroes to deal with, especially in the rush format. Alfreke's definitely got some competition in this new Quintus, and I think that I would definitely love to have this hero in my roster. So congratulations to you guys if you did pull him. Absolutely brilliant hero. They've released him as he should be. No ifs, ands or buts, so don't go saying it should be Mindless to all. Please guys, we still want to have some fun when we play this game. Alright, so that's it for Quintus. So on to the last hero that we have, the new heroes in the costume summon. It is Caedmon. So Caedmon, he's Paladin class now. He's been a fighter and a druid. In terms of his bonuses, same as the others. Let's look at the stats. And again, we'll go with limit breaks and full emblems. We're looking at 893 attack, 904 defense, 1571 health. So I love the increase on the costume bonus for these 4-star heroes, because they're still relevant, which is really, really good. So I like those stats already. Now, we have Valorant Strike. Not sure what the word Valorant means. I mean, Valor, like he's a Valorant Strike. Interesting. Cleansing Strike and Piercing Strike I get, but Valorant, not so much. He deals 275% damage to target and nearby. All right, pretty cool. The target and nearby are immune to new status effect buffs for 3 turns. Really nice. And he dispels buffs from the target and nearby. All right. So, with Caedmon, his best use up until now, as with Sonya, as she's his counterpart in blue, is the fact that he cleanses all allies or dispels buffs from all enemies. And he's got the 345% damage hit. So the damage hit is pretty hard at 345. It is only to a single target, but the cleanse or the dispel is for all enemies. Now, what I like about this costume first is that it gives you another option. So it gives you a third option, because they're very versatile heroes, himself and Sonya, with both their costumes, but it's either a cleanse or a dispel. With this one, you've got the option to have a hit 3 hero, which is pretty cool. 275% damage is going to be something to write home about as well. And the target and nearby are immune to new status effect buffs. So this effect is super useful. We've seen it at the 4-star level with Sabina costume, who's running at average speed, and how useful and how frustrating that can be to be able to block buffs. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think that this is the first 4-star hero we've seen that will give the immunity to status effect buffs at fast speed in the 4 stars, which I think is amazing. So I think that if you're worried about somebody who's going to be buffing themselves and you want a way to shut that down, this is your go-to, I would say. He does dispel from the target and nearby. He is a little bit niche in his costume, but then it doesn't really matter because you've got the other 2 versions if you've got this one. So I think that this is a really good addition and a nice way for them to sort of broaden the horizons for Caedmon. I wonder if we will see the same for Sonya as well when her 3rd costume comes out, or if they'll just go sort of completely different direction. In summary though, I love these new costumes. I think that we have some really good ones in here. Just to recap, Caedmon's excellent. Quintus is amazing, like seriously, almost OP, but he has been nerfed, so hopefully he'll stay the same. Joon, Leonidas, great hero, and Joon, probably not my pick of the bunch, unfortunately. I never think they've done really well with his costume, and I think they're still stuck in their ways, unfortunately, with Joon. But I wish you guys all of the best in your summons. Please enjoy the costume quest. Please do drop us a like and a subscribe if you felt this video was useful, and I'll look forward to seeing you all again in the next video. Bye for now.